We've all dealt with that buyer that we hop on the phone. They ask us about this very, very low priced home that we know is absolutely not a real thing on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, etc. They say they're ready to buy, but they're not pre approved. They haven't gone and toured any homes. They're probably months out. You set up the appointments, you do your best to get them to get in the car and go take a look at the property, and then they ghost you. You want to make sure you follow up with them, but right now, they're really not a good lead yet. This video will go into not only how can you deliver value to them, how you can give them the space while consistently staying top of mind, but setting up a quick and easy system that you can plug all of these prospects to and only follow up with them when they raise their hands and they're ready to go. So that way you don't drop the ball and call them up in 5 months and found out they already bought. Stay tuned. When dealing with a nurture lead or a lead that goes ghost on you, that doesn't mean they're a bad lead. We want to continue to nurture them. We want to continue to keep them in front of us, and we want to spend as little time as possible because statistically, it's not a huge successful chance, right? So Step one is we want to get them in the KV core. Now there should be a way to next time you're on one of your chats or email your team leader, there should be a way to have Op City leads automatically drop into KV core, so you don't got to do the manual data entry. Okay. So for now, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to tell you how to do this, but step one is put them in the KV core. Step one from a technological standpoint should be automated. Okay. So write like a little A next to it and it'll save you a lot of time. And by the way, you know, when it comes to data entry, I don't know about you, but I didn't get into real estate to do data entry.
Correct.
In fact, I hate it. I absolutely despise it. So number one, now when they get in there, you're going to want to make sure their status as a buyer. You're going to want to make sure their status as a nurture. Okay. So hashtag nurture. Okay. And the reason why you want to make these statuses is that, like, for example, this morning, I'm sending out an email to update all my buyers. I can say, give me all my buyers that are nurtures, and I can mass email everybody. And the message is relevant to where they're at in the process. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. So number one, make sure their status as a buyer, make sure their status as Op City, hashtag Op City, hashtag nurture. Okay, that's step two. And by the way, when you automate it, you can also automate it that all the leads come from that source, automatically get those tags and those statuses.
Okay.
So I work for a company called Boomtown. What I loved about you probably heard of Boomtown. They're a big competitor. They just sold out to Inside Real Estate. And what I loved about them is when they built their products, they always thought about how can we do this with the least amount of clicks possible, right? Because when we do an action, we do it 100 times or 1,000 times in our career. So if I got to do an action that takes 7 clicks, 1,000 times, that's 7,000 clicks. It's a lot of distraction. But if I can limit that, you know, so like hashtag nurture, hashtag Op City, status buyer. If I can automate all that, I save myself thousands of clicks, and it's a habit stack that just adds up, which makes you more efficient, makes you have to prospect less, and makes everything you do much more enjoyable. So step number 3, set them up on new listing alerts for the type of property exactly that she had within KV Core. And the reason why you do it within KV Core, not your MLS, is KV Core has AI automation, which it's very low grade AI, but it's good enough to convert. And so when you set that up, let's say you know, it's emailing it, it's sending her new listings, and she doesn't use it for 3 weeks. Well, when she comes back, 2 things are going to happen. One, you're alerted. So when you get that alert, you want to call them right away. Hey, what's up? I saw you just opened up that email. I know that. And then you address the objection before it ever comes up, Lacey. So I don't call her up and say, hey, how's the home search going? I say, hey, I know that we probably were ahead of the gun and that deal wasn't good enough for you to jump. I just want to let you know, whether you're buying now or in a year, I know this area inside out, and I'm just going to continue to deliver value. So when you're ready, I'm ready. So just I just want to let you know that I know we missed it. I know it wasn't part of your time. No big deal. And I saw you open up this listing. What do you think about it? Don't make the conversation about when she's buying or about qualifying. Just, hey, what do you think about this listing? Okay. Now, if she doesn't pick up, don't get your feelings hurt. No big deal. You did your job. And the beautiful part is conversion will send an email out saying, hey, I noticed that you looked at this listing after being gone for quite some time. What's going on? Okay. And then what I would do is in your calendar, whether you use a paper or electronic calendar, I would set up your monthly market update email. So what I mean by that is our statistics come out around the 7th of every month. So on the 7th of every month, you should write a quick email. Hey, numbers just came out. Inventory is trending higher, which means there's going to be more options for buyers. Pendings are going up, which means demand is going up. Interest rates are doing this, which means there's going to be more purchasing power. So what this means is if you're a buyer, you're going to have more options, but you're also going to have a little extra competition. It's really important that if you haven't, get your pre-approval and then get a full underwriting approval, because if you get a fully approved loan, you can write an offer as if it was cash, which will get you a better price. If you have any questions, let me know. Boom, you send one email out once a month. It hits all your nurtures.
Okay.
So step 1, add them to KV Core. You can automate that. Step 2, add your hashtag of status of buyer, op city, nurture, and that also can be automated. 3, set up the new listing alerts. And when I set up the new listing alerts, little hot tip, I go like 20% more expensive, 20% less expensive. I leave it very vague in general, because right now all I want them doing is engaging with my business. I don't want to be, if I make the criteria too narrow, they're not getting listings from me, because there's not that, right? Especially with some of these buyers where they're only looking for these deals that don't really exist. You want to make them big. You want to make them big so they get these listings and you just stay in front of them. Step 4, put in your calendar a recurring event that says monthly market update. Whenever your stats come out in your MLS, monthly market update, you put it in there. And then that morning, you just put it in your calendar. And during that time, you do a quick little review of the stats. You do a quick little, if you're a buyer, why do you care? If you're a seller, why do you care? You send one out to your buyers, you send one out to your sellers. And within KV Core, you write that email, you can hit hundreds of people pretty quickly. Call her once every 3 weeks. Or call her once every month. So inside of KV Core, this is your bonus homework, right? If you want a system, you want it to work for you rather than have to work for it. The bonus homework is inside of KV Core, either A, go to Google and chat how to build a smart plan in KV Core. Okay. Or go to chat inside of KV Core and say, hey, I want to create a once a month calling smart plan.